All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Yuu Yuu Hakusho, episode 52.
All right.
Rest in peace, Genkai.
Yeah, this is gonna be a rough fight here.
Yeah.
Because I see her actually putting up some struggle, which is going to make this
even more painful.
really brutal. And then Yusuke's gonna get there right as it's all ending. I mean,
Kuwabara, you tried, but...
What is he gonna do? Like, what is he really gonna do?
Well, the thing is that he's actually strong enough now that maybe he could actually do something.
We don't know that. We don't know what that strength he got entails.
Yep.
And we don't know if it's something that he can actually call upon yet. Like, just because he has it...
Doesn't mean it's...
Doesn't mean it's something he knows how to control. It's something he knows how to actually...
That's true.
Reliably draw onto his, specific, skills and stuff.
Yeah.
His magical abilities. Yeah, his spirit abilities. So,
but
all right, that's happening.
That is happening.
Please let it be more conversations, though.
Yeah, because we could use some more backstory.
I want some more understanding of what actually fully went down between the two of them. Because while there was something that Genkai turned down, essentially a form of immortality, possibly. But what's then? What's the story? How did they get to that point? What did they get the wish from, or however the thing was, or the magical powers, the committee, all that stuff. Like what? How? Where? Yeah. So y'all, without further ado, let's get into this. Oh, no narrator.
It must have been a sad existence after you made your decision and had started your glorious new life.
For a very long time, I only thought of you, Genkai. A major reason why you have to die.
Alright.
Okay.
Probably learning some cool new attack or something.
That's a bad sign. He's mumbling and walking backwards.
Yukina! Hey, you brought your 3 servants too!
For a joke to get old, it has to be funny in the first place, baby bro.
First Genkai steps out, then Yusuke wakes up, calls me an idiot, and leaves too. I know I'm missing something.
Oh, what a sweetheart!
Yeah.
Do you have any other distractions? Or can I stay powered up this time?
No, everything I needed has been answered.
Excellent.
Didn't get to see it.
An old hag unfulfilled.
But maybe that was a mechanic. He can't stay powered up for that long.
I'd like you to watch me very closely as my muscles increase this time. See the power you could have had.
Oh, shit.
I was such a foolish little girl. I should have been able to see from the start how you'd turn out. You had it written in ugly black letters all across your soul.
Whoa.
Wow.
Oh. Okay. Young Toguro. Young Genkai. Whoa. Jeez.
Okay.
Our bodies are at their peaks now. You tell me you don't think about that. From now on, we only go downhill. Until one day a weakling takes our life or we rot away in our own skin. I won't let it happen. And I can't help but think that our human lives are nothing but a cruel joke. Here just long enough to know what we want. Then it erodes.
Whoa.
Oh, that stings. The way I see it, you didn't have the guts required to get everything that you wanted. And I did.
Wow.
I have enough energy to fire 3 blasts. I'll have to use them well.
Oh, dude.
Whoa. Oh, did he take it intentionally?
Yep, not enough.
Holy crap. Whoa. Whoa. Damn.
After 50 years, you've improved your dodging. That swipe I just made was supposed to remove your heart. Oh, and you were right. The committee was quite thorough with my request.
Oh no.
To keep me young. even gave me a body that was extremely quick to heal.
Shit.
Oh my god.
Wow.
There isn't anything left of you.
Holy crap.
How is Yusuke gonna beat him?
Yeah, Meshi, come on, don't leave me out of the loop again. Hey, I got a pretty good feeling I shouldn't be going this way. It's all over my skin.
Yep.
Oh.
80% of my strength. Only 4 living souls have ever seen this level.
Holy
Oh
shit.
my god.
Arsu and Bui, and you.
Oh
Needless
my
to say,
god.
Genkai, technically, you won't count for long.
Holy crap.
So it's not just strength, he's got abilities too.
Demon energy may not always be stronger than human spirit power, but it gives a much more pleasurable sensation when used.
Oh my god. He is not human anymore. Holy shit.
Oh my god.
And he's just gonna catch it, yeah.
Oh shit.
Strength to make the most learned techniques outmoded. That is strength absolute.
Holy
And this isn't
shit.
even 100.
You and I used to be nearly equal in strength, and now look at you.
Wow.
But then again, you're not Genkai anymore.
His
You're
voice
just
has
an empty and
changed, too.
outdated Shell, the pitiful preserved remains. There's no point in us shouting back and forth anymore, is there?
One more.
This is your final moment, Genkai. I hope you're at least happy with the way you wasted your life.
Only one regret, Jigoro. One day I'm going to help you, Jigoro. I'm going to come back and heal you from your madness.
Oh no.
Oh shit. This is their last one.
Yeah.
And that's it. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Did Yusuke just show up? Or did
Yeah.
he just sense it?
I think he felt it or showed up. One of
Yeah.
those two. Yeah.
Shit.
You've arrived too late.
Oh my
I will
god.
never forget her expression. It was clear she was trying with every ounce of her energy to stop me.
Whoa.
He's swift.
Genkai, you're all right. I'm here now. You're gonna be fine. Trust me, Genkai. Come on, let's get out of here.
Oh, she's alive still, but
Hey, Dim, where?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. I knew you were too stubborn to be killed by a jerk like that. Come on, we'll get Botan or Kurama to heal you. Or Yukina. Hell, we got a whole ER unit now.
It's okay, Yusuke. I knew.
What do you mean?
They came to inform me 3 months ago.
We represent the tournament committee. We come as a special favor to Toguro. I trust you have a moment.
Laura Bailey.
Yeah.
Clearly, you're an imposter. Any true affiliate of the tournament committee would know that I won half a century ago, and that the only prize I requested was to never be bothered by their organization again.
Wow.
So buzz off.
Wow.
Of course, that's why for you it's only a request. Your student Yusuke will be invited too, by the way. Though for him it will be mandatory. Toguro talks most excitedly about this tournament.
Holy
He feels
shit.
it will be the most
Gotcha.
competitive yet. But as you said, Master Genkai, the
Yeah.
choice
Is yours. Yeah.
When an old teammate
Wow.
traps you into a tournament after 50 years, you don't take it lightly. I knew I would die here.
Hey, you're
Yeah.
not making any sense.
Yeah.
What are you saying, old teammate?
Yeah.
You can't mean you and Toguro.
Yeah. Wow. They won the whole thing.
Team Toguro, please
You will turn me from a human into the highest class of demon. A kind that lives for centuries and whose body will practically never age. A kind with strength absolute. It's the truth, Yusuke. That was my wish 50 years ago when my team became the champions of the Dark Tournament. Suffice to say, your teacher didn't exactly agree with my choice.
Everyone has to fight with time to find their place before their inevitable death. Tagoro, he ran away from that fight. Don't you ever do the same. No human is ever a one-man show.
Oh.
Every decision that you make will affect the countless people who care about you. Do you understand?
This is my final lesson.
You can't be a cocky kid anymore. You have to.
I have to what?
Oh. Figure that out.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. Oh, man.
You're fucking dead,
You
Tagoro.
have no more reason to mourn for that woman than I do, Yusuke. She died a long time ago. Decades before you were even born.
Shit.
Ever since she abandoned her potential and hid herself like a frightened animal in that mountain compound, she's been nothing but a walking corpse.
Shut the hell up.
Yeah.
You think you know everything, but you don't have a friggin' clue. You don't know anything about her!
Oh my god. Jeez. Oh. Oh.
Well,
Very impressive, Yusuke. But your heart clearly wasn't in that fight.
Wow.
shit.
Oh my god.
At last, I will be able to do battle at 100%.
Well. Okay.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah.
What's wrong with you now,
Yeah.
Pooh? You look worse than when Yusuke was having his test.
Oh, to cover up the sound of her crying. Oh.
Darn it, where's Urameshi? Oh, I hope he's nowhere near that huge energy I felt. It's messed
Not
up.
anymore.
Yeah. Not anymore. Not even close.
Well, Scott knocked clear off the island.
You will remember everything.
Oh.
Everything that went through your head.
Yeah, it's like she's still with him even though she's gone. Her teachings and everything passed fully onto him.
2 days before Yusuke's team enters the final
Yeah.
round of the Dark Tournament,
Yeah.
the mentor he has come to depend on has been slain.
Ah.
The opponent he must now face. Can Yusuke heed Genkai's final warning and put an end to this 50-year fight? I'll never forgive you, Tagoro.
Oh, okay, well, there we go.
Whew. All right. Wow, I can breathe again. Genkai has passed away,
Okay.
and this was built up to so
Real
well,
well.
and also very, very intentionally and slowly and methodically. So this lands really well, but it's almost a thing where I actually really feel like Tagoro's words hit really well in that she's been dead a long time, in that in an empirical sense when she was brought into this tournament, she knew 100% that she was going to die.
Yep.
But in that standpoint, there's an aspect of death that was even in the case of her training Yusuke, in that she was taking another chance, if you will, with another young boy that, you know, could potentially be
another
her,
Toguro.
Well, right, could potentially be another Toguro, but could also be her salvation, if you will.
Sure.
That she could pass all this on, and things would work out, basically, that she would send someone else out there into the world that would be able to go beyond where Toguro even was. So there's a lot of really cool things you could draw from this. But yeah, in a lot of ways, I'm just surprised it took this long. Like I'm just so impressed that it did take this long as well.
Like there's I feel like there's not too much to say about this episode because we knew that something like this was going to happen, right?
Oh,
and
it's just the
you know,
details.
it was a long time coming, and it's the details, right?
Yep.
And the details were spectacular.
The details
Holy
were wonderful.
shit, Toguro's terrifying, and that's his 80% form.
Yeah, and also this felt like an entire episode that was given to like, just, okay, we are going to animate this and present this in an entirely different manner than we've done any episode up until now, because it's a very important, you know, milestone in the story. So let's go all out on this and make it as different as possible. The creative expression of this bit of the story is powerful. I really, really appreciated it. And also just the way in which the fight felt like a horror sequence.
Oh yeah, like I love the fact that that we had the first blast actually do something, because like when I think about situations like this, you know, I've got my 3 shots or whatever, and
right.
you know, and you're up against, you know, Beefcake Mick Gigastrunk, right?
The Terminator.
Yeah, it's like, and this is Genkai without her powers. It's like, okay, those 3 blasts clearly aren't going to do anything, right? No, they did. The first one, anyways, it did actually blast a hole through his arm. Problem is,
he's not human anymore.
He's not human anymore.
No.
So you'll have to do a bit more than that. And that's something that really makes me wonder, how in the hell is Yusuke going to beat this guy?
Yeah, I love that Yusuke's potential victory here is one where it doesn't really matter how he wins or what kind of stuff he needs to do in order to beat him. It's going to be a spectacle. But there's so much at stake from a character perspective here, because by bringing up the idea of, what this tournament means, essentially, if you win, is that, well, Toguro's not going to kill all your friends, the people you love. But also, if you do win, you can get a wish.
Right.
And Toguro broke the rules of nature, basically, with his wish.
Yeah, so theoretically, like, we don't know what the guidelines of the committee's rulings on these wishes are.
But
theoretically, he could ask for Genkai to come back.
But
she probably wouldn't want that.
But she probably definitely wouldn't want that.
Like, she'd probably kick him upside the head and be like, "What?
Yep.
Did you listen to nothing I said?"
Yeah, it feels very like, oh, right. Like, okay, that's a thing. But with Yusuke having, faced off against him here at 80%.
Yep.
Yusuke might not actually win. That might be the twist, is that it's like once the fight is actually spent and Toguro's done his thing, and then he's like, okay, I got what I wanted. I really already got what I wanted by killing Genkai. But then now that I get to fight like this, does Toguro care about a second wish? No, probably not.
Like, I could actually see it being something where maybe this is where the Togashi twist comes in, is that Yusuke doesn't beat Toguro. Not in like the fight standpoint. Right. But maybe it's something where he has kind of like a exile versus Scion kind of conversation where it's the earlier, where it's the, you really don't get it, do you? Because with the way that Toguro was introduced, right? One of the first things that we see from him is nobody needed to die today. Right? Yep. That is such a powerful introduction.
Yep.
And I almost don't even see that here, right? It's because this is the side of him that's been so twisted, basically, that when it comes to Genkai, suddenly it's everything must die, right?
Well, that's from his perspective. He didn't kill her.
Right. So, yeah.
He killed some old shell thing that was pretending to be Genkai. But it's not actually Genkai.
Yeah, so in his perspective, he was doing the Genkai that he knew a favor, right? Yep. Because there's an imposter here.
Yeah, you're bastardizing her legacy by continuing to pretend to exist.
You invoke her image. You must be a glutton for punishment.
Yeah, exactly.
So, okay. But what happens if Yusuke turns that on its head and is like, no, that...
What if you were wrong?
What
if she was there all along?
Yeah, exactly.
And you were scared about the possibility of having to think about your actions for the rest of eternity. So you ended the opportunity to encounter her under new circumstances.
Yep. Like, I saw the way you killed her. You also saw the way she said goodbye. You saw what her last words were. Now tell me, did any of that look like Genkai?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you say with certainty? Right?
Maybe you're already dead too, Toguro. Right. That's why you couldn't see her for who she was. You should basically go and off yourself. And I could actually see Toguro killing himself, basically.
Yep. That's what I would. Yeah. Yep. So in this potential future, Toguro wins.
Yeah.
And his wish to the committee is take it all away. Undo my wish from before. I tried this, and it was a good run.
Yep.
But you know what? Make me human again.
Right. The only options for a fighter to die or get stronger. But what happens if you're already the strongest?
Or what happens if you decide, that's a good one. Yeah.
What happens if you can't get stronger?
Sure. You already have power absolute.
Yeah.
Then your meaning is your existence is meaningless. Good job. You did it.
Has God already made a rock that can't be lifted anymore?
Right. There's no point in trying to lift rocks because you can lift all of them. So you're like,
should you
might
be
as well
a fighter then?
Yeah, you might as well just stop being a fighter.
I would love to see a weird redemption of sorts for Toguro, but I can't see it happening.
That would be crazy.
I would love to see it, but I don't know if I could buy it. It would be really tough to buy.
Yeah, in that future that I'm seeing, right?
I can see him more as the tragic character at this point.
Right, where like he undoes it and then his body like super ages, turns to dust, whatever, something like that. But theoretically, if that were to happen, they could have it be something where now he is in the old weak form, right? And it's the
maybe.
Yeah,
we'll see. We'll see. That's a cool like way things can go. But Genkai got the lion's share of focus this episode, and it'd be a shame if we didn't spend a lot of time talking about her. So, Yusuke and Genkai, the tale as old as time, the young student and the old master. Seen it a million times.
Oh yeah,
the old master must die so that the young student can surpass them.
Right.
We've already seen that in the passing of the power, but now also with her dying. But in her final lesson, she was trying to but help him in a final lesson with regards to the child that he still is.
Yeah.
And there was something almost desperate in it. Like, it didn't feel like she was patient. It felt like she was like, this is really important that you get this now.
Right. I don't have much time left, so I have a very short amount of time to actually tell you.
Right.
But two, this is something that maybe you wouldn't have been able to understand in all of my lessons before. Right. And I have to give major props to the facial animation for Genkai in her final moments.
Yeah.
Because I cannot look at those expressions and not get choked up. Right? Like, you can see just how dearly she cares for Yusuke.
Right.
Right? And how she's like, if I can give you one thing, let it be this, right? More than all the power that I gave you so that you can hopefully defeat Toguro and actually survive. But if I can add to your life in any way, I think this will be it.
Yeah. The last few words that she gives are like really, really, really good.
Right.
Yeah. Don't you ever do the same? No human is ever a one-man show. Every decision that you make will affect the countless people who care about you. Yeah. do understand. You can't be a cocky kid anymore. Yeah. And
like,
this is like the final lesson of every master is basically that it's time for you to grow up and in some ways take your steps on the road to becoming a master yourself.
And also, this gives me a vibe of maybe potential shonen commentary of like it really is about the friends you make along the way. Even though you're the main character, it's not just about you.
Yeah.
If that is the approach that you take, you end up like Toguro, right? You surpass your limits and you do all that crazy stuff, and literally nothing else matters.
Yeah.
Right.
You
like,
get stronger or you die.
Yep.
There's nothing left for you in life.
Yeah.
For sure.
And you know, that's not the kind of life you want to live, and you don't have to. You can never truly be put into that situation where you're forced into that.
I think
you
can
actually
always
choose.
I think you might actually be more on the money than you even realize.
Oh, yeah?
Is that when did this manga come out? Because I want to say it was quite a while ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want to say it would have been like late 80s or early 90s.
Yeah,
Maybe early 90s.
Because like the first anime for Hunter x Hunter that was the sequel series to this was 99.
No, not sequel. No, not a sequel, but just
not
series
yeah.
that came after.
The authorial sequel.
Right,
you know,
I
yeah,
know.
yeah. Yeah. The follow up, the next story.
Right.
So this part in the manga, I can imagine was probably, you know, early 90s at the latest.
Yeah, but think about what that means then. Is that Toguro was literally the shonen protagonists of manga series before.
Sure.
He is the
80s action hero
with
basically.
literally the glasses and everything.
Oh shit!
Like
yeah,
he's basically that archetype. And in a lot of ways he surpassed his master, or not his master. I guess Genkai wasn't his master.
Right.
But if anything, he won the tournament. He did all the things right. He got stronger, and he took on the demon form that he would then utilize to the fullest to get what he wants. So now what do you have? You have a team, kind of. Mm-hmm. You're doing this so that you can actually fight someone at 100%. Okay.
Yeah.
What happens after?
Right.
Do you have anything left worth living for?
Mm-hmm. And it like when I think of because the whole way that this is set up, right, is awesome. I am so excited for the Yusuke versus Toguro fight. That is going to have so much meaning. Mm-hmm. When I think about the reputation that Yu Yu Hakusho has in the Dark Tournament, right?
Yeah.
You know, wouldn't that just be such a way to end a tournament, right? Because usually tournaments, it's in anime, the way they end is actually kind of where they fall apart, because usually the tournament itself doesn't actually end, right? There will be some interruption or whatever, or something like that, you know, that comes along and, oh no, you know. But what if it did end with the villain actually, you know, being talked down, being shown the error of his ways, but is not able to actually be overcome with strength?
To call back to one of the future series that Togashi would do, you know, just and that is kind of what he tried to do to Genkai, just a slight little whoop, and would have torn out her heart right there.
Right.
But it would have been in some ways a strike that would have done as little as possible to damage her body.
Ooh, yeah, that is. Yeah, I did like the decision that Toguro made to do that, because since he's all about overwhelming power, right?
He could have pasted her if he hit her dead on, but he tried to restrain himself even at 80% so that he would strike her just enough to instantly kill her in a painless way.
Right.
Like if he had hit her heart directly and just gone whoop, she wouldn't have felt anything. She would have just died. It would have dropped. It would have had no...
Which is a level of respect that you wouldn't expect for if you think that this person is really just an abomination, a twisting of the person that you once cared about so much, you know?
I mean, there's some complications in that regard there. I think it's more of the thing of where he knows that
this is Genkai. Right, she's just made this decision.
He's just sad to accept that this is who Genkai's become in his perspective.
Yeah, right.
Like he's aware. He's not in complete delusional denial that it's like, you've changed. It's like, yes, of course she's changed.
People change.
Change.
That's what people do.
So I think that could have been a mercy thing, but also a slight condescension in that he's like, I don't need to do
because you're not an actual fighter anymore, you know.
Right, and also
then she blows out his arm, and he's like, okay, all right,
right, and then he doesn't go at 100% again, also because it's probably not needed. By any stretch.
Right.
Of
well,
the
exactly. If he has to go at 100% to defeat Genkai, who didn't take the wish for the power, after she's given up what power she did have, then that would completely violate his entire existence, right? Like because then what's the point? You didn't actually get anything.
Yeah, exactly.
You know. But
okay. The Yusuke just remembering all this stuff with Genkai. I mean, yes, it's classic. Let's do it. I feel like the worst part about it for me is just looking and seeing how much Yusuke has changed, even though she was kind of like, you're still a cocky kid.
Right, exactly.
But in a lot of ways, some of the things that happened in addition to that showcase the leader that he's become, and also the I would say more in tune with himself kind of person.
Okay,
he's a little bit more self-accepted at this point because of how much she accepted him despite his shortcomings.
Right, him being a dimwit and her being an old hag.
Yeah, exactly.
But I wonder if that's maybe an extra bit of perspective that she got as a result of seeing him in the cave when she was passing on her power and being like, shit, was I wrong to try and force this on him? He's still just a kid, right? Like for all of this, I'm putting way too much on his shoulders, right? Like who am I to do this? But okay, he has chosen this, so you gotta go all the way with it. You know.
Yeah, and the stuff with the committee approaching Genkai and being like, hey, Yusuke's is going to be mandatory, but you're going to be invited so that you can then guide him along so that Toguro gets his fight that he wants.
Yeah.
What's important to acknowledge there is that Genkai, after that conversation, then starts to plan things with Yusuke accordingly. But all the training that happened before then has nothing to do with any of that. That's just her basically seeing someone that could be maybe a little bit of a familiar reminder of Toguro in a lot of ways, and it gives her that feeling of like, oh, yeah, I remember dealing with a spunky black-haired kid that was strong and, bristling with talent,
and rough around the edges,
a bit rough around the edges. And I think maybe I could help this kid if he is going to be, granted all this opportunity and power to, be a spirit detective and all that. It's like, well, how about I be a little bit more of a direct involvement in this kid's life? And I like how she's been kind of a hard ass in him all this time, probably because there's that sore spot of I really can't create another Toguro. Even though Toguro made his own choices. I really want to emphasize this. What I'm saying
this is not Shifu and Tai Lung where she was the actual mentor.
Right. But it's the idea that over the course of time, the decisions they made were ones that were less and less about each other.
Right. She could have
But they were maybe originally.
Right. She was probably turning a blind eye towards the end of this is, regardless of whether it's as a master apprentice or as a peerage thing.
Or a partner thing.
Yeah. Of, oh, wait, maybe I shouldn't actually be partnered up with this person. You know.
Should I be enabling this? Should I be empowering this? Should I be the one that's going to help him win the dark tournament?
Yep.
If this is my goal and that's his. Okay. Yeah. I really want to see that moment where, Yusuke and Toguro are spent and they've had their fight, but they're beaten down, tired, bloody, bruised, and then they just talk. They just talk about Genkai. And I really feel like that's going to be a really powerful, emotional scene, regardless of who wins, loses, dies, or what have you.
Yes.
I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, because Toguro will probably get a different tone after Yusuke's beating the shit out of him a fair amount.
Yeah. Also,
both ways.
Also, I want to throw out another wacky theory that is no one can be a one-man show. Is basically the idea that Yusuke actually dies, but beats Toguro, and then his teammates wish because they win the tournament overall.
Gotcha.
But they wish to bring him back.
Ooh, yeah, that would be fun. If it's like, if they end up having it be like a best out of 5.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's nope, Yusuke actually, like, yeah, like maybe they get the advantage and then
or like Toguro needs to fight again, basically.
Sure.
And then, like
God,
like
I do not want to see him fight
down like
literally anyone else on Team Urameshi.
well, in a lot of ways, this is the part that actually I think could actually really, really happen, is that Toguro basically says, I don't care what the rest of you do, but I will not fight until I fought Yusuke. Basically, in that it's like, I am here just to fight Yusuke.
Yep.
All of you, do your fights now.
Right.
But in terms of like what the rules would be, maybe it's like okay, you can either all of you beat our teammates or beat me. Either one of those has to go. Like, and then it's a thing of where you're like, you can either win 4 fights against the weaker people, or you can win. Actually, do they only have a team of 4?
I think both have a team of 4 now, which is one of the kind of the meta things of like,
that's cool. That's a good point.
Genkai's gonna die, isn't she? Because otherwise they'd be 5-4, and then it's like, all right, Kuwabara, you just sit this one out, we're gonna be fine.
I'm interested to see, as we come closer and closer to the end of the tournament, what kind of dynamic they're setting up here for future stuff with the committee. Because if Toguro is essentially a demon, that means that the committee could be demons too. Because there's no physical way to tell now whether someone is a demon or a human.
Yep.
Like, there's no visual automatic clue, because someone could have a body that was given to them that transforms them into this, and that's something that we've seen before, where there's people that look like people, and they're slightly off.
Yeah, you would never be able to tell looking at Hiei, other than I guess his sharpened fingernails, that he's a demon.
Yeah,
like,
because if he's not showing his third eye, or
anything like that, not in his green form or whatever it was, yeah, like, no, it's just Hiei.
So in a lot of ways, I'm excited also on the world building sense that they're more and more bridging the idea of humans and demons, and the idea of this human underworld, which has demons in the stands, but might be a more human demon, maybe hybrid mix, where it's like there's humans and demons working together. Because they're not necessarily all demons or all humans, but it's that the humans are the ones that maybe are
running the event
in general, and then they have an even shadowier version of them that is like demons and humans with maybe some great power.
That feels very Dorohedoro now that I think about it, of like yes, we've got the humans who run things, but they have people they answer to, maybe.
Right.
And we just don't say their names, so they don't, come out of the closed doors or whatever.
Right, and I'm sure that some of them are ascended humans on some level, where it's like, oh, they're absolutely human.
Yeah,
but they use demon power and spirit power or something like that.
Well, and just where the notion of where the wish comes from, that is a big potential world building thing to go into next. But also thinking about like, where does the show go after the Dark Tournament? Given that Yusuke will be ridiculously powerful, right? I mean, because he is already, but once Toguro's taken out of the equation, however that happens, what do you do as like a potential future antagonist? Wish granters could potentially at least be on that scale.
I would definitely see a parallel to what they've set up with Genkai, is that the reason why, that's according to Guro, that all the demons wanted her dead was not because of all the fights she's won. It's because when she got to the top, she spat on essentially all the demons or people or what have you that died.
Right.
And got nothing in return. Toguro gets this kind of legendary status where it's like,
he became one of us.
He became one of us, but maybe we don't truly accept him as one of us. He's like...
But he's really strong, so we're not going to say that.
You know, might and all that, exactly.
Right.
But Genkai... No. Fuck Genkai,
Right.
So if Yusuke wins, but his wish is something that's even more controversial than Genkai's,
I got it.
Then it's a thing of where, then he makes an enemy of like a huge portion of demonkind, maybe.
Give Kuwabara power commensurate to his bravery.
You know what would be really sweet about that?
Yeah.
Is that what I think is maybe a bit off about this is that I don't think it makes sense for just Yusuke to get a wish.
Right.
It would be that all of them would.
All of them get wishes because Genkai and Toguro both had their wishes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I could see there being a potential issue with that. Because Genkai dying, and if they all get 4 wishes, you know, like 1 each, like one of them could just be like, I want to wish back Genkai, and then another one would be like, don't do that. Like that's
my wish is to make that not happen. My wish is to make that happen. My wish is to stop
so
that.
really I'm hoping that the wish is not so omnipotent and it's not some Dragon Balls, you know, wish on the, you know, the balls or what have you, and we can do everything except the things that you know, break the plot. So no bringing people back from the dead or something like that, you know.
Right.
Like no time muckery or anything like that.
Maybe Yusuke
no wishing for more wishes.
Maybe Yusuke will just wish for like, hey, my mom works really hard, and I'd really love it if she didn't have to work so hard. You know?
That's a bit vague of a wish.
Well, okay.
I both know that.
All right.
If you wish.
Yeah. Okay.
If you wish and it's a, you know, any kind of vagary.
I wish that my mom was financially taken care of, so that way she didn't have to work anymore.
Sure. There you go.
You know, boom.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
The way they fulfill that wish is they have our favorite drunk Aussie just you know.
I would love something where if any of them have things that they're dealing with internally but need to be realized in the external, those could be the kinds of things that get brought about. So like something for Kuwabara, I don't really know what that could be.
Yeah.
But like
probably something related to Yukina, you know?
Yeah. Basically that Yukina would find her brother again.
And then the committee just looks at him and says,
He's right next to you. That would be really funny.
Yeah.
But I love how beautifully we just had this whole thing capitulated. It's done. Genkai is dead. Sorry. I am going to ask, just please, story. This was such a beautiful death. Do not bring back Genkai through a wish.
You literally have the character themselves saying, like, basically telling the story. That would be fucking awful.
Yeah, exactly. So.
But what are they gonna wish for? Like this is like I actually ended up forgetting that the wish thing was actually like a thing for the tournament, even though it was brought up at the beginning, because you know, no one's really talked about the wishes until now. Like of just like, oh yeah, what are you gonna use your wish for?
Because the reason why they were doing this primarily was to keep Yusuke's loved ones safe.
Exactly, and then for all the other
main reason,
right? And then for the other teams in the tournament, they were kind of too excited about like, well, no, there was the one that was like, I'm going to use the wish or whatever to get like a home for like, I'm going to wish for the island so that way my people can live here. And that was like, but I think that was the only time it was brought up.
And that also felt, to be fair, that felt a little bit more like we're going to use like the prize money kind of thing.
Yeah, right. Not necessarily like phenomenal cosmic power.
Yeah, not
you know.
we're going to transform someone's body into a demon body of sorts.
Which theoretically that could have been like,
hey, that could have been science too.
That could have been some science weirdy shit where it's like, I want this to happen. Yeah. Cool. Come to our lab for a year and we'll work on that, you know. But
I honestly think that would be the way that they solve this whole thing. Is that no, of course, resurrection isn't on the table.
No, we're rich. We're not all powerful.
Yeah, exactly. Like, was it within the last minute? No?
Shit.
Oh, well then, too bad. Yeah, I don't have those kinds of, consumable items to enact that kind of a spell.
They somehow, like, do some surgery to make, like, a dead person look like Genkai or something, and then...
Hiei's whole thing might be actually the setup for whatever they're doing, because, you know, Hiei's been worked on.
That's true.
So that could be where that all ties into it.
Yeah.
just an idea. But okay, y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get on early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general, and also be sure to check out our Twitch channel.
We stream every weekday. The info's in the description.
Yeah, so if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all
next time.